is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It's Monday, July 12th. I'm Jeff here with my friends Stephanie and Erica. Before we get started, we had a little break. How was everyone's break?
Are we here?
We're here. We're back.
Is this thing on?
It's weird, right? We've only gone a week, but I feel like we were gone like a month. I had my family in town. It was the best time ever, but there was 8 people in my house. It was crazy, but crazy good.
I bet that's so nice after so long being apart from everyone and then everyone being in your home at the same time, same place. That's an amazing thing.
I was so detached from here, which is a good thing, to kind of detach and just focus on your family. Did you guys do anything?
I was on a beach living my best life in Hawaii. It was wonderful.
Yeah, Jordan showed me some videos. I was like, whoa, Steph, living large.
Having a lovely time.
Downplaying it. Hey, Erica, you get into anything?
I wasn't as fabulous as Steph, but I'm glad she did it because Steph knows how to do it right. We have Camp Cobb around this time every year. So everybody comes. We had like 20-something people at my parents' house. Oof. Where my mom got a pontoon last
you went up
year.
there, that's right.
Yeah, so we were on the pontoon all week. It was great.
You got me beat. I had 8 and I was overwhelmed. 20. Mama Cobb knows how to do it right. All right, guys, it seems like Tom Cruise, speaking of everywhere, was everywhere in London over the weekend. First, Tom was spotted at the women's finals at Wimbledon on Saturday with his Mission Impossible 7 co-star and rumored girlfriend Hayley Atwell. The actor even took a moment, good for him, to wave to the crowd. What a good guy. Then Tom returned to Wimbledon on Sunday to catch the men's finals, this time without Hayley. He also stopped by to watch the Goodwood car and motorcycle racing event.
It's so amazing.
Really? I was
just
gonna say,
to let you know.
with that busy schedule, I would have skipped that one. But he ended up the day by taking in the Euro final to watch Italy defeat England. That was a great match. But some people on social media poked fun at Tom's busy schedule. One person tweeted, quote, fully expecting Tom to show up at school sports day. I wonder what that person was doing all day, by the way. Nothing. And another wrote, quote, do you think he does birthdays? Well, Tom sure did get out.
Oh, I tell you what, that's some serious distance to cover. So from Wimbledon to Goodwood, it's like 50, 60 miles. So of course he's going to have taken his chopper, which takes like 15 minutes. But it was good. Oh, Goodwood is the most, if you're into cars and in racing and things like that, it's phenomenal, honestly. And it's a beautiful big country house. Everything there is so wonderful. So I completely get why you went there. And obviously he went to see the Euros. It was a sad, you know, I'm going to use the word, it was a victorious day for England. For the first time in 55 years, we came second in the Euros with the UEFA. I'm so pleased. Our team did so well. We've got a gorgeous clip of our royal family living their best lives. And I love seeing them because here they are. Look at Will, loving it. Living his best.
Do we have a video of them crying when Italy beat England? Do we have that video?
Yeah. I mean, look, that's really sad. Bless him. But I loved seeing that because for one moment we saw William just like a normal person. Like he forgot he was a royal and he wasn't like the stiff upper lip, like yes. He's like, he was high-fiving and whooping in the air and it was lovely.
Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, on pins and needles.
Me too.
It was so
it was
stressful.
It was a great match.
Tell you what, the lads in England did a fantastic job, and to get that far and come down to penalties, it's a, you know, they did so well. Congratulations to Italy. You guys deserved it.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day.
Did you take in any of these events over the weekend, Erica?
I don't even know what's happened for the past 8 days. I'm gonna be real honest. I was literally like in a very remote area, and I spent very little time on social media and on the news. So yeah, I don't know. Congratulations.
Italy. Not England.
You know what? I think I cursed myself because I ordered a pizza halfway through the match, and I was like, should I be eating Italian food when, like, we were winning at that point? We were 1-up.
So
and I ate the pizza, and I was like, should I really be eating Italian?
You should have ordered a pot pie or something.
I know. I should have had a Yorkshire pudding, shouldn't I? But, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Absolutely. They'll argue with that. All right, guys, it's a match made in comedic heaven. Martin Lawrence's daughter and Eddie Murphy's son, well, they're dating. Over the weekend, Jasmine Lawrence posted a sweet birthday message to her boo, Eric Murphy, writing, quote, I'm so incredibly blessed to know you, to love you, and to have you by my side. We're not sure how long the two have been a couple, but their dads have worked together in the past. They starred in the movie Boomerang, of course, and in the movie Life back in 1999. I can't believe it's been that long. But how about this? I think they kind of bond based on like how they grew up, right? They had to grow up similar.
I think this is a really great example of equally yoked, especially when you grow up with.
Nobody knows what that means.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant either. I'm not going to lie.
Equally yoked is like you're bringing similar experiences and resources and all of these things to the table.
All right.
And I think, especially to be the child of a famous parent with a lot of resources, you have to be careful about who you invite into your inner circle, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's because, you know, her dad's famous or his dad is wealthy. And these are two people who have very similar experiences and likely probably went around to the same groups and stuff. So I think it's beautiful. I remember when I was in college and my mom tried to hook me up with one of her colleagues' sons, that same idea of equally yoked. And on paper, it probably made a whole lot of sense. But when we met, it made no sense at all. And he is now married to another doctor. He's a doctor now.
Good for him.
And he's married to a doctor, and they have a beautiful family, and that made a lot of sense. But I could see where my mom was going with that.
Equally yoked.
Yeah.
Is that one word?
No, equally yoked.
Is it like
two words?
Like an egg yolk?
Yeah, Y-O-L-K-E-D, yoked. Isn't that from the Bible?
I have no
Erica,
idea.
I don't know. You read like word of the day toilet paper. I don't know where you get some of these. You taught me the word fodder.
Equally yoked.
Not father, fodder. Erica uses the word fodder all the time.
Like
and every
fodder,
time
like it was fodder.
yeah, like she uses it on her show all the time. And every time she uses fodder, I'm like, there it is.
We're all like, oh, hail the queen of the dictionary.
She's pretty good, and with the bumper stickers too. All right, guys, Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker are once again packing on the PDA. I don't know if you guys saw this. The couple was spotted making out for the cameras at the UFC 264 event on Saturday. This isn't the first time the two have put their love on display. Oh my God, they did that for real? I was watching it. I missed that part. They often post photos getting cozy with one another on Instagram. Kourtney and Travis have been dating since earlier this year. What do you guys think about PDA? How do you feel about PDA?
I'm all for a bit of PDA.
Really?
Yeah.
At a UFC event?
No, but I think there's like levels. There's levels, isn't there? But I think that was just really weird and for the cameras because who, we all like a bit of tongue, but who just like tongues each other? Just literally like who does that?
People who like PDA.
Who literally just tongues? Like they weren't even kissing. That was just like a slimy tongue on a tongue.
So you think it was just a move for the cameras?
I think that was such a move for the cameras, and I'm going to use the word. They are so equally yoked because they both live in the same.
It fits. It fits.
No,
there.
I was so proud of myself. But no, they're equally yoked because they both live in the same gated community in Calabasas, and so like that's how they've met. And I think like they've been around each other for so long that they just now think it's totally acceptable to tongue each other.
I guess so. How are you with PDA, Erica?
I have no problems with PDA, but I do think that it can get a bit excessive.
Like, do you
Like
think
a
that's
tongue?
excessive?
Well, they're playing. That event makes that totally acceptable.
Kinda,
I mean,
yeah.
they were coming to them. They were looking for a celebrity moment. They gave them what the cameras were looking for
They
in that
probably
venue.
paid for that whole trip, to be brutally honest.
Probably.
Let's be honest, like UFC were like, we'll fly you in on a private jet, we'll give you a badass suite in Vegas, you're gonna have like the best time, just give us a bit of something. So they just tongued. Gave it a bit
I
of
don't think
tongue.
they need them to tongue to make the. Conor McGregor was fighting, which is the thing that we skipped right over.
Broke his leg. Oh.
Wow, not a Conor fan?
Oh, I love Conor McGregor. There's only one Conor McGregor. And I'm in sports mode today. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
He snapped his leg in half.
I know.
That was tragic. You seem to be rooting for it.
I think he deserved it, to be honest.
Wow.
You win some, you lose some. He lost hard.
Win a leg,
Hard.
you lose a leg.
Yeah. He's caused so much grief and fights and mischievous things that I'm like,
That's how he makes his money, though. He's the #1
he's gonna
earner
be
in
fine.
sports.
He's gonna be fine.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. All right, guys, let's get this in. Pete Davidson said it'll take 2 years to remove the rest of his tattoos. Pete is covered in tats, if you didn't know, on his arms, chest, and hands. He recently revealed that he's made some bad decisions with some of his ink and wants them gone. He also said it takes 3 to 4 hours to cover them up in the makeup chair, so he figured it would be easier to burn them off. But because it takes about a month to heal from one laser treatment, Pete said it will take 2 years to remove all of his tats. I think it's going to take longer. I've seen people just try to take off like one little thing that they have, and it takes months and months, if not years, right? Just for one.
I wonder if for some people, because for some people who get tatted, there's this like sensation that they're actually kind of, I don't know, wanting or like addicted to. So I'm wondering if there's like an antithesis to the like the other side, like, okay, well, I'm getting this different sensation, but it's still this feeling of like expression and being alive. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's something to getting them removed as well.
That was very philosophical, but I think you might be right. There might be something to it. You don't have any tattoos, right?
I'm a blank canvas, which is very rare these days, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's more rare than having a tattoo. But the thought of, I'm all for burning lasers on my face if it's going to rejuvenate me, make me look like I've just been born. But if it's for pure removal of a tattoo, it's meant to be really painful. To what result? I know he says he covers it with makeup at the moment. It takes 3 to 4 hours to hide his tattoos in the makeup chair. So he said he wants to laser it off. But again, unless it's making me look 10 years younger, I'm not really down for that.
I think a lot of his tattoos, or people in general, just have like stages of their life, and I think he has an Ariana Grande tattoo, which is no longer his girlfriend.
Yeah.
You want those removed. You don't want some of those memories to look at every day. So I think it's maybe, like you said, therapeutic in some sort of way to get rid of those. I'm going with Cobb's answer. All right. Coming up on DBL, a first look at the new Sex and the City reboot, why a new photo from the set is sparking a ton of hilarious memes, and Valerie Bertinelli's emotional Instagram video, what she's saying to shut down all the body shamers on the internet. Stick around.
Closed captioning provided by
Welcome back to DBL. As many of you know, people on social media can be super cruel, and Valerie Bertinelli made the mistake of reading some of those comments, telling her she needs to lose weight. In response, she posted an emotional video last week. Let's take a look.
Someone, Mrs. Moto, decided to point out that I need to lose weight. You're not being helpful. Because when you see somebody who has put some weight on, my first thought is that person is obviously going through some things. Because if I could lose the weight and keep it off, I would. But since I haven't been successful with that my whole entire life, at 61, I'm still dealing with it. You think I'm not tired of it, lady?
But a lot of people online were calling Valerie out for helping to create that body shaming culture. Like this person who tweeted, "Sorry, Valerie, you spent decades telling the rest of us to get thin, shilled weight loss shakes, proteins, and snake oil, and now want to be a body shaming warrior. You don't get to be a victim when you helped create the problem." Valerie responded tweeting, "Yes, I spent 6 years shilling for Jenny Craig. I have been buying into the diet industry my whole life, and then I became part of the problem. So here I am today receiving the karma of my actions." So what do you guys think of this? Did Valerie help create body shaming culture? And does that mean she can't be a victim of it too?
This is...
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, here's the thing. We have to stop looking at present issues like this with past lenses.
Absolutely.
You know, or maybe vice versa. Maybe I messed that up.
I got what you were saying.
Because, you know, Valerie Bertinelli was the victim of body shaming long before people had social media to have that type of heat on them about the way that they looked. And of course she bought into this culture. Of course she did things for Jenny Craig and all of these other places. But at the end of the day, people have to stop looking at it as if it's an attack on them. This was about her self-preservation at the end of the day. Just because someone loses weight and then buys into whatever culture it might be, from working out or from dieting and exercise or whatever it is, that's about their feeling and the people who follow them that are inspired by them. Now, when she also has, you know, gained the weight back, that's also reflective of the people who are buying into what she's selling, but also resonate with her. So not everyone's going to be your audience. You don't have to apologize to everyone for the decisions that you made in order to secure the bag. She wasn't out there hurting anyone. She wasn't body shaming people by saying, like, you shouldn't look like that. She was saying, this is what worked for me.
Right. And in turn, she was trying to help herself and help other people along the way. That's how I look at it. I don't think she needs to apologize at all.
No, I don't think she needs to apologize. And if anything, she can use, I know Erica is a big fan of like a comeback, and she's the queen of the comeback. And maybe she can use this as her comeback. You know, she's obviously struggling. She's obviously, whether it's health issues or I don't know, she said there's, you know, when you see someone who's gained weight, there's often a story behind it. So maybe she'll choose to share some of that story and give people motivation and show like what she's going through and how she can like turn everything around for her. I hope that she's okay, because that was very emotional, you know?
And it's obviously something she said that she struggled with her whole life, and nobody knows what it was like in the 80s in Hollywood. What was that kind of pressure like? So nobody knows her story, but they're quick to judge automatically on the internet and put her down. And this is the result you get of people reading their comments on the internet. It really breaks them down inside personally. And people think, oh, it's just the internet, don't read them. It affects people deeply, obviously. Coming up on DBL, the ladies from Sex and the City are back. Well, 3 of them anyway. We got a first look from the set of the new reboot. Look at them.
Israel had an early and aggressive COVID vaccination campaign, with the majority of the country now protected. And that is giving us a good idea of how well the vaccine works against the Delta variant. Let's connect the dots. Israel had used the Pfizer vaccine in their widespread COVID vaccination campaign, and like a lot of other countries, the Delta variant is now spreading there. The Israeli government says their analysis of the data shows the Pfizer vaccine is now 64% effective as the Delta variant takes over. Back in May, when the country was only dealing with the Alpha variant, the vaccine was more than 95% effective. But it's important to keep in mind that Israel says the Pfizer shot is 93% effective at preventing severe disease and hospitalizations. This is not a large drop from what was first reported back in May. The country is citing the effectiveness at preventing severe disease as it continues its push to get everyone vaccinated. Scientists do warn these numbers are not the final word. Israel has not released the underlying data, and measuring vaccine effectiveness in the real world is actually pretty hard. Researchers work in clinical trials to rule out other reasons why someone has been infected. In 2 other studies in Britain and Scotland, researchers found the Pfizer vaccine was 88% and 79% effective against the Delta variant. And that's connecting the dots.
Welcome back to DBL. We're getting a first look at the new Sex and the City reboot. SJP, Sarah Jessica Parker, posted this shot of Miranda, Carrie, and Charlotte taking a stroll in New York City. The 3 ladies are currently filming the new series called And Just Like That for HBO Max. But some fans took to social media and turned the shot into a meme. So one person inserted Miss Piggy into the photo, and this one put Kim Cattrall, who played Samantha, in the trash. Ouch. This one's actually really funny. But actor Andrew McCarthy won the internet with this meme. He inserted a shot of him holding a mannequin from the movie Mannequin. So in the film, Kim Cattrall played a mannequin that came to life. You know, kind of saying maybe she'll come back to life and be in this series. I thought that was funny. The trash one, not so funny.
Yeah.
What's up? You don't
No, I
like
just
the
don't
mannequin
get the
one either?
mannequin thing. I'm really lost.
Did you ever see the movie Mannequin?
Where it comes to life?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's that got to do with Sex and the City?
So he was in the movie with her, so maybe
Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, but that
she could
is
come back to
nothing-
life in the reboot. Like maybe she'll make a
I think
comeback.
that's a really bad joke.
Why?
It's just really
Does anyone
unamusing.
see that being distasteful?
No, it's like it's a cult following joke. Like, because anytime you have to explain a joke, the joke stops being funny. But to a big segment of the cult following for Mannequin, people got it right away.
But to have the reaction that it's distasteful is
I don't think it's distasteful.
alarming.
I don't think it's distasteful. I just think it's really boring and like not good.
Because you're on the
That's
outside.
hilarious.
It's an inside joke, and you are on the outside.
I'm on the outside.
People in the United States love it.
Okay.
But what do you think about the reboot?
No, I'm excited for the reboot. I can't wait. I think it's going to be really interesting. Like, I can't wait to see like what life looks like for these women, like after they've been in their 20s and 30s. Like, what does it look like in the 50s with divorce and grown-up children and everything else? I'm here for it.
Do you think a lot of people are going to kind of remember when the Friends reboot happened? They're like, wow, everyone's gotten a lot older. You think they're going to have this same reaction when they see this reboot?
Oh yeah. Of course.
No, well, I think certain people are going to make comments, but at the end of the day, for people who are super fans, I mean, I consider myself a Sex and the City fan. I want to see what the progression is. I mean, even if I'm like Sex and the City, the movie 2, I was like,
yeah, 2 was bad.
But I still wanted to see it, and I have watched it more than once because I'm like, it's almost like just having a casual catch up with the girls.
Yeah, I agree with Erica.
How about is there any like disappointment, like when you were looking forward to something so much, you're like, oh man, I love this, is my favorite show, and then they do it, and you're like, I wish they didn't do that.
Well, yeah, like the sequel of that movie, like I was so, like the first Sex and the City movie was fantastic, wasn't it? It was, was stellar. The second one was kind of like, scraping at the barrel a little.
So you think this is gonna make up for that?
No, I hope not. I hope not. I hope it's gonna be fresh and jazzy and exciting and without mannequins.
All right, and for any of you who are offended at the mannequin joke, there's an 800 number rolling right now. I'm just kidding. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
It's summer, and for many of us, that means a trip to the beach. While you may be afraid of sharks lurking in the water, they probably should be more afraid of us. Let's connect the dots. Sharks may be the top predators in the ocean, but their population is plummeting. A study from journal Nature found the number of sharks and rays has plunged 70% since 1970. So why are so many sharks disappearing? The short answer is overfishing. Some countries have set limits or banned fishing for sharks entirely, but many have not. And it could take a long time for the shark population to rebound because they reproduce very slowly. We've seen some success, though. Cape Cod has seen a surge in sharks in recent years, as seals have also returned to the area. And while we may be scared of these predators, their comeback is actually a good thing. Sharks play an important role in keeping our oceans healthy and the food chain intact. Now leaders and lifeguards are stepping up protection so swimmers don't become a snack as well. And that is connecting the dots.
DBL is your daytime destination.
Does this feel good?
This lifted my spirits.
We're chatting with the stars.
One of the highlights of my life.
To turn up the notch on that.
It's spectacular.
Thank you.
And talking about what everyone is talking about. I want to set the record straight.
I feel like I'm gonna offend somebody here.
I'm in so much trouble.
This is nonsense.
Al's not lying.
What?
Yes! Yes!
DBL is all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. We all know how important exercise is, but did you know the impact just 5 minutes can have? We're chatting about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness presented by QB. So cardiovascular disease is the nation's leading killer. 65% of adults over 50 have above normal blood pressure, putting them at greater risk of a heart attack. But according to the American Heart Association, just a 5-minute high-resistant workout can lower your blood pressure and improve your vascular health. Researchers say it can even be more effective than prescribing medication, but check with your doctor first, of course. Staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their under-desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-782-2351 or visit QB.com to learn more.
I love the 5 minutes. That's exactly how my mom started. Now she's up to 30 minutes a day. She's lost 45 pounds, and she's off her blood pressure medication.
She needs to take it after having 20 people in her house.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.